Hey everybody, it is winter again, wouldn't you know it? And it is time to winterize your electric bike. Last year we did a video on winterizing yourself. You can check the link to see that one. But here it is time to hit your bike. I'll be going along with my wife's daily driver, the Dose Drop. This bike is already equipped with fenders, so that's one tick off the list already. There's really nothing great about this as a winter bike in particular, other than the fact that it has a mid-drive motor and a mid-mounted battery, which is pretty good for balance, but other than that, it's just as good as your bike, so let's go ahead and proceed. Alright, so first up is some wet lube. Riding in wet conditions benefits from riding with wet lubrication on the chain. It says apply generously, which I interpret to mean a dot on each link, because hey, I don't want to have to clean up a mess. With this synthetic lubricant, you can ride longer distances in wet conditions, and I use it every year on my bikes, at least for the bikes that I use in the winter. Next up, let's go ahead and do some damage with tires. Alright, for tires, I'm going to be rocking the Ice Spiker Pros from Schwalbe. Now, these bad boys are the creme de la creme of winter tires. I actually ordered a slightly smaller width than the tire than what I'm replacing. The reason is that I wanted enough clearance between the top of the tire and the inside of the fender. What makes these great is the knobby tread with lots of flow for the snow to move through, and of course the studded spikes on the tread for maximum traction. Now, these are pricey little guys, but if you ride a lot, it's totally worth it. Normally I'm quite hesitant to be spinning circles on a 75-pound bike, but these tires enable it to be much faster on the road, much faster stops, and greater predictability from the cars around me. Now, trust me on that one, because when the cars are riding around you, even though there's snow in winter, they still expect you to stop on a dime. Now, I wish that wasn't the case, but that's exactly what it is. So let's go ahead and continue. In order to gear up for the road, I've got some reflective stickers to put on the bike for added visibility. Now, we lost the reflective stripe on the tires, so these stickers will go in their place. It doesn't show up very well on camera, but it will shine back at the cars very effectively. I'm using a yellow color here to show what it looks like on video, but normally I use a white and black sticker on this particular bike to blend in with the design of the bike. That is to say that the stickers blend in until you put a light on it and then, pow, the reflection just lights back up. Now, before we get packed up too much, let's talk about the battery cover. If you didn't know, electric bikes don't perform terribly long in the cold temperatures, so putting a coat on your battery cell is actually a good way to help it run longer. I'll be personally testing this at some point, but from what I can gather, it seems to work so far. Now, I've got two examples here in this video. The first battery cover is specially made for the external Bosch power pack, either the 400 or the 500. It also fits the Shimano battery pack of roughly the same shape, and even a competitor pack that I found on my wife's bike. If you're curious, this will not fit a high-long battery pack that's pretty popular, but I've got another one that does. The second battery cover is pretty stiff, but it does fit pretty snug on the high-long pack or something like it. The larger pack, something like from Juiced Bikes, I don't think it's going to fit those. Of course, if you have an internal battery shown here, there's not really much you can do to cover it. But with the second battery, we can do that here, so let's go ahead. Alright, so this next tip for winterizing your bike, it's a little bit for you, and it's also a little bit for the bike. Now, these guys are called bar mitts. These are mitts that attach to the bike to cover up the controls and your hands. Believe me when I can say that these are wonderful. I cannot recommend them enough for cold weather. It might not look like it, but these can replace your gloves. If you have gloves too, in combination with these, you might even sweat inside. While we're up here, let's install the lights. For the lower daylight hours, an electric commuting bike should have some LED lights on it, but honestly, I have never seen an electric bicycle with integrated flashing lights. For some added visibility, you should get a pair of strong flashing lights. Also, while we're up here, let's install a mirror. Now, the mirror isn't really a winter accessory per se, but if you have a ton of gear on your body, then doing an exaggerated glance behind your back might actually compromise your balance, so the mirror is set to mitigate that. So, now that we've got everything ready on our bike, let's go ahead and walk away, admire it, and even do a little dance to get ready to hit the road. Oh, I can't tell you how great this feels to conquer the elements so effectively. Even with this comfort commuter, I feel as confident as I do on a mountain bike. After riding a solid 20 miles or so on different occasions so far, the battery cover appears to be working pretty well, improving the range. The tires actually feel a tiny bit wobbly for the first like 5 feet that you ride it, but after that you kind of get the feel for it, so these ice tires make all the difference in the world. Of course, I've got some great comfort and visibility with the warmth and also the mirror, and the gears still work just fine. Operation Winterize is a complete success. I've put some links in the description below if you'd like to shop online. You may want to stop by your local bike shop to see if they have any other recommendations for your area. They can help you get the right size for your tires and also to fit your bike. They might also have some winter products on hand, which is pretty great. And also in the winter, they just generally looking for things to do. It's very low stress when you walk into a bike shop in the winter. So, thanks for watching this video on winterizing your electric bike. I'm Mikey for Electrek, and I will see you guys on later.